But
Yeah.
okay. So everyone, I am Dream Sword, aka Stanley, and I am joined by Ryo. Say
Yo.
hello. Yeah. Okay. So today, since Ryo didn't have time to set up Crash 3, and technically I'm still on break from streaming, today is Scanranger done live, episode 17. There's something about Tony. That reference is dumb, and I swear to God, if there's no jizz in the hair, I call bullshit.
Uh.
Well, that's what happened in that movie.
Yeah, but
So,
this
but
is like G-rated though.
by the way, then he shouldn't have made the reference in the first place. But by the way, this is the Valentine's Day episode, and this is also the like if I remember the comments we've gotten correctly, I think it said that the Christmas episode assumes you've at least read up to chapter 17. So this ought to be fun. Oh yeah. By the way, we should totally do the Christmas episode on Christmas. Totally.
Should we really wait that long?
Maybe, I don't know, depends. But anyway, so oh, special guest star, Danger Woman. Fucking hell.
Now, which one though?
Yeah.
Like from that old 40s movie?
Maybe, fucking, I don't know. But anyway. I will be reading the first half, so let's do this. Our story opens in modern dance class at Central NJ University, where our superheroine Tony is rehearsing a few new dance steps with her classmates, under the tutelage of Professor Lydia Allen, a professional dancer on Broadway. Okay, that's not a period, that's a comma. On Broadway, the students practiced for the upcoming recital at the end of the semester. Back 2, 3, 4. Side 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. No, 1, 2. 1, 2. Left, right. Hip, hip. Why can I only think of knit 1, purl 2?
Because it's close, but like hip hip? What?
Professor Allen choreographed the steps. Tony was able to keep up with the other kids.
I love how flat a statement that is. It's so out of place.
That's it, people. See you next week. She didn't say they were done. She just said, alright, keep dancing. I'm out. Okay.
I don't need to be here.
Said the dance professor. I'm glad that's over with. Classmate. The drill sergeant shows no mercy. Oh my god, you actually have to dance in dance class.
Golly, it's like we signed up for it.
Well, this is what you're going to expect when you audition on Broadway or for the next Janet Jackson music video. Wait, that's a thing that you can do at that college?
No, but like you can be a backup dancer when they're recruiting for music videos and stuff like that. That's Janet Jackson's a little dated, but it's an old fic.
Yeah. By Tony wiping your face with a towel. This isn't exactly the school for performing arts. He expects excellence from everyone, including the novice dancer who never set out on the dance floor. Okay. Tony then noticed one of the students in the modern dance class near the corner of the room. You know what? Never mind. Fuck that. His name was Dean Rayborn, a dance arts major himself. Right. Dean was a very introverted guy. At first, I misread that as a very introverted gay, and I'm sorry, but I did.
You should be.
But he's.
This is a G-rated fic.
You know, considering how stupid this is, I don't think it's appropriate for any age. But
Okay. Hey, granted, but
Dean was a very introverted guy. To most people on the outside, he looks like a typical Gen X slacker. Doesn't
Wait.
get in... Huh? What?
Gen X?
Yeah, Gen X.
I
The
don't get
generation before Generation Y. Get with the times.
I don't want to be with the times because I get this fic.
Doesn't get involved, a TV couch potato, and enjoyed extreme mountains. Wait, what? That does not match.
He's a slacker. No, he's
What?
an introverted slacker. He doesn't get involved. He's a TV couch potato. And he loves extreme mountain sports.
That doesn't even... He's
Hey, do you
really
remember all the-
lazy, but he just really likes mountain sports. He does them all
No,
the time.
he's also a TV couch potato.
Yeah.
You remember how the Rocket Power kids were lazy fat slobs?
No.
And their extreme sports and stuff?
No.
Well, this guy's that.
Okay. Sure.
apparently. And a dancer.
So he's actually pretty active. Like, on the inside, Dean was the opposite of those things. Okay, so wait. Oh, wait. Okay, so now that sentence makes even less sense, because, like, he's saying that everyone would assume he's a slacker. Why would they assume he's into extreme mountain sports?
I don't know. It seems very out of place.
Alright.
Does it seem like I'd enjoy extreme mountain sports?
Well, technically, I mean, you did with Tony Hawk.
Okay, I played like 2 of them, first of all. Second, those are not extreme mountain sports.
They were if you played them a certain way.
There were no mountain levels. So they can't be mountain sports.
On the inside, Dean was the opposite of those things. He was a well-to-do, very sharp guy, yet extremely shy. So then he's not the opposite of what... Whatever.
He was the opposite of their assumptions.
No, he wasn't.
Except shyness.
He admired Tony and her hard work and dedication to her mates. Now, if only he had the nerve. Tony and another student walked by Dean and said hi. Dean nodded in response. Geez, Tony's so cool. I would really like to get to know her better, but how? Questioned Dean while walking through the hallway, saying this to himself out loud for some reason.
Creepily, I might add.
At least if I talk to her, she'll know that I do exist. Well, I mean, she said hello to you.
And they saw you in the fucking class.
I'm pretty sure they're aware you're a dude.
Like, I know we're kind of nitpicking here, but seriously, dude.
Not far away was a dark-haired lass with sunglasses on. She was another student who heard his thoughts. Well, I don't imagine that's very hard. The female went over to follow him, slowly showing his sly smile on lips. Dean then read a poster on the bulletin board at the CNJU Student Center. Valentine's Dance at Stephen J. Cannell Hall, February 14th! Entertainment by Danger Woman, the Sentai song... Wait, what? The Sentai Songbird of Justice. Get your tickets now. What?
Hold up, hitting Google.
What?
I'm hitting Google, don't worry. She has a Facebook?
She does?
The Karaoke Songbird of Justice.
But the Sentai. God, this thing's continuity confuses the fuck out of me.
I see Stan Lee on the poster.
Well, I mean, there probably is a Marvel character named Danger Woman. I don't doubt that.
No, with, like, I don't know. Like, Danger Woman, the Karaoke Songbird of Justice, is a superhero ally of the Aquabats. She hails from the southeastern part of the country in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. What she's doing in New Jersey, I'll never know. And is known to punish perceived evildoers in all manners, especially through karaoke showdowns.
So,
she must sing horribly.
So this chapter is technically a crossover.
Yes, it is. Special guest star. And one more sentence, and I think you'll understand the caliber of Danger Woman, right? Many superheroes know of her, especially Feedback, Fat Mama, Major Victory, and The Diffuser from Who Wants to Be a Superhero, and Feedback, A Hero's Calling.
Noted.
She knows Fat Mama.
So there's your trivia, listener. Alright. Yes, that's it, said an excited Dean. I know who will accompany me. I'll ask Tony out. But I'm too scared to try. The woman with dark sunglasses approached Dean. How about letting me assist you in what you want, man?
Rocky Horror much?
Tony is a lovely lady. I know her very well, and all you have to do is ask her. She put her arm around the guy. Seeking out a pressure point in his shoulder, she pinched his shoulder firmly like a vise. Alright. What are you doing? Don't stop, help, Yarg! Dean collapsed. Well, if she had done it correctly, wouldn't he have just passed out? Because, like, they were going for, like, the Spock thing, right?
No, she went for the shoulder.
Okay.
Also, she did this in the middle of the hall.
And nobody saw this?
Nobody heard this. Look at
Nobody
that.
is
Look at him
around.
shriek.
Where's the staff?
Dude, dance class got out like 20 seconds ago. They could still hear him on the front lawn of the school, you know?
Yeah. Whatever.
Ah.
The woman shouted, "Andy, Floyd," to me. The dark-haired woman removed her glasses, revealing herself to be none other than Vixen. "Help me get this boy back to this room." The two cyber guards replied, as they were dressed like college students themselves to cover their disguise. They replied with what? Or did they say, as they were dressed like college students themselves to cover their disguise?
No, there's no quotations, and, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's to cover their disguise, meaning the college student getup. There's like a disguise underneath that before you can see the robots.
They are crazy prepared for this.
Like what?
When they say secret identity, they mean secret identity.
They ain't that good.
I thank you, Mr. Raven, for revealing to me your lovely notion. You know, he's passed out, he can't hear you, said Vixen.
Yeah, but she's like a dumbbell one.
You want this classroom for yourself, and you shall get your wish, but on my terms. Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
The cyber guards loaded the unconscious Dean onto a table. I imagine they just kind of, took him by the ankles and just kind of slapped him onto the table.
Nah, they just kind of threw him. He's limply lying off it halfway at the waist.
Threw him out like a blanket and then, gently laid him over the table.
No, that would be funny, though.
Yeah.
Not in this.
Yeah. All I want from you, my sweet, is your hormones. Ew! Said the evil woman.
Huh.
My machine shall drain them into my newest cyber creature. Then I shall transfer those hormones back into your feeble body, and I shall increase your adrenaline system to its maximum peak. Why do you need to drain the hormones?
To, push his adrenaline to the maximum peak.
Couldn't you do that without draining his hormones?
You can do comparable things with drugs even in modern day.
Once that's done, you will burn out. So shall your life force once you've served your purpose. Andy, turn the machine on. Because that's science.
It is.
Alright. Yes, Lady Vixen. Dean's hormone... who said that? Andy, I guess. Dean's hormones were drained into another chamber. The chamber churned and glowed. A cyber creature was formed from the robotic skeleton stored within the machine. The monster rose from the chamber. This time, Vixen had created Kuro Cupid, her deadliest monster yet. Please be every bit as awesome as Kuro Gangster.
It won't.
I know. According to the human's custom here, Lady Vixen, I understand that they indulge in a ritual called Valentine's Day, and they utilize that day to show their appreciation for their loved one by giving flowers, candy, alike, said Andy Roy. It was also on that date. It was also on that date. Most humans are in a depressed state because they have been spurned by someone they love as well, said E.B. Floyd. Alright. I can use that day to spread another epidemic. Not like what that foolish teammate Guy tried to do. But this time I shall use Kuro Cupid to spread not love, but all-consuming hatred in the city. There was no exclamation point, so I can only assume the narrator said all that.
That would make sense.
But, the next day, at Professor Alex's faculty office, I was about to say offline, the 6 Rangers all gathered together for an important announcement. A date for the Valentine's dance, responded Tony surprisingly. Professor, I know that you're concerned about me, but do I have to pick between these 4 guys? Ouch.
That's mean.
I know. What's wrong with that, Tony? Personally, I think it's beautiful. 4 handsome guys to be your escort, and one of them will be your date for tonight. Yeah, I'm sure everyone around you will just praise you for that, by the way.
No, listen to this shit. 4 dudes are your escort, and only one of them gets to be your date. 3 dudes have no fucking night. That's all.
They just
awful.
sit there drinking punch.
That's pretty much it, though.
Fuck them. Hey, said Takeshi. What am I, chopped tofu? Get it? Because he's Japanese.
Yeah, because, it's foreign.
Don't worry, Takeshi, said Alex. I already have someone in mind for you. And now you're playing matchmaker for one night? Who gave you permission to be the host of Love Connection? I'm out of here. I'll find my own date for that night. Takeshi, you're kind of a bitch.
No, hold up. So, like, what am I, chopped tofu? Hey, wait, do you star in the Love Connection, that purely American show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not even related to my powers, and I know that.
I bet you watched a lot of Love Connection, Ryo.
No.
Really?
I really didn't.
Surprising.
That's not a sitcom, it's just dumb.
Noted. You only watch old sitcoms, not old anything else.
Very rarely old other things, but certainly not the Love Connection.
Hey, Takeshi-san, shouted Kunio. The other 4 Rangers followed Alex outside the... So they called it Takeshi, but then they're like, fuck it, Alex is here. Wait.
Yeah, kinda.
Don't worry, Mikey, let him go. I think to an extent that I may have pressured him. He's older than the 4 of you. Okay. One question, Professor, asked Nick. Since you're playing matchmaker, suppose Tony picked one of us. What's to happen to the other 3 that don't have a date? Well, obviously, you'll date each other.
You're the escorts! Didn't you catch that? It's really fucked up!
Good question. That's a really good question. So you didn't think about this. Alex pretended to be clueless about the whole thing. She did have a surprise for all of them. BC sang a catchy tune from Fiddler on the Roof. Why? Okay. Matchmaker, making a match. Fine. Yeah, fine. Catch me a catch. Nick smacked BC. Oh, thank you!
You know...
The Rangers did something I approved of.
I should hit him again.
I know. What were you gonna say?
Well, like, she's given a choice here. Whereas in Fiddler on the Roof, it was about being pressured into marriage. So, a little inappropriate.
I think you forget context is something completely lost on the whole bit, right?
Yeah, but he watched Fiddler on the Roof, apparently.
Yeah. And once more, BC responded, what? The Rangers promptly received an alert from their communicators. I like how this is supposed to be a running gag, and it's never been funny.
It's not even a gag.
It was Rosewood on the computer video screen. Scanrangers, Mayhem's on the attack again. They're in the Crosby Hall area. Alright?
It's so close to Cosby.
We should just call it the Crosby Hall area.
We could.
I mean, what more appropriate than this, right?
Leonard Part 6.
Oh god. Ben responded for the others. Right, let's get going. Right, said the other 4, because they don't have any personality. The 5 campus heroes teleported to the Cosby Hall area per Rosewood's instructions. As they arrived, they were greeted by a band of kinks.
On Valentine's Day, really?
I haven't laughed at that in a long time. Oh, it feels good. So, the cannon fodder's gonna greet us, huh? Said Nick. Take care, Nick, said Tony. They're not as easy to beat as before. How do you know that?
She looked at them.
Or maybe she's just decided, you know what? Wait, I have a date. I'm fucking out of here. And she just leaves.
Nah, she ain't got a date. She's lonely and old.
Enough, guys, said Finn. Let's bend a couple of kinks into these kinks. Ew.
But it's Finn. He's a clone. He's still learning.
Yeah, true. He's still learning English. Finn went ahead and twisted a couple of kink arms.
Without transforming?
Apparently. Apparently they're weak shit now, even though they're apparently stronger.
Help.
While Kunio threw one over and smashed his chest. Tony threw a smashing kick into a kink's face, KOing it, and BC threw a punch in a kink's stomach, applying a roundhouse kick to 2 others. Nick twisted a robot's arm and elbowed it in the neck area, taking one down. After the last kink went down, an energy blast came in the way of the Rangers. What the? Said Min. Hello, Scanrangers. Vixen and her 2 cyberguards made their appearance. I've come back to your part of town to spread a message of hate and hate. That's dumb. What? What? Just, like they didn't hear her. Going, what?
No, they heard her entirely, and it's like, what?
Ryan, you can do it. You can live through this. I believe my plan is somewhat too much for you children to comprehend. Kuro, Cupid, spread your message of hate. As you command, Lady Vixen. The creature responded as it was about to terrorize the student. It's that time, right then? Said Tony. You know it. Come on, guys. Lights, camera, action, Scanranger. The Scanrangers transformed into their power suits. They prepared to attack with their film blades. Vixen sent her cyber guards into battle. Floyd, Andy, stop them, she shouted. The three villains attacked the Scanrangers with the goal to allow Kuro to carry out his sinister plan. Vixen slashed through red, green, and pink, stopping them temporarily. While the cyber guards took out green and blue, Kuro Cupid witnessed a campus couple walking from class. So, Joe, what do you think we shall do for tomorrow? Said the girl. I don't know, Karen. I mean, the Scanrangers are fucking over there, but we don't fucking care. Maybe we...
Would you?
I would at least glance in that general direction.
No, they probably did, and they're, like, covering their eyes to pretend they didn't notice.
Maybe, fuck no. I lost my place now.
I don't know, Karen.
Here we go. Sorry. I don't know, Karen. Maybe we should check out that new movie over at the Leewood Multiplex. They've got this flick with Ben Aff. The cyber creature shot one of his arrows at the guy. He fell over, the arrow grafting on his arm, transforming into a mayhem mark with a broken heart shape.
Hold up.
So the mayhem symbol is a broken heart.
No. It's the mayhem mark, but with a broken heart shape. Meaning, like, they kind of cropped the logo out and put a heart around it, and then broken in half.
Okay, I see.
It's dumb.
Joe, are you alright? Said Karen. Yeah, I'm alright, but you won't be. Without warning, he shot an energy arrow from his hand. And the arrow also grafted onto her skin. Karen rose and also shot an arrow towards another campus couple. Why are there a bunch of couples just sitting here?
It's Valentine's Day.
And nobody notices the shit going on. Nobody.
Well, they're with their couples.
Oh my god. Suddenly they began to argue. So, just because I'm an A student and you yourself are a C- student, what am I doing hanging out with the likes of you? I don't need to be going out with your kind. Wow, racist, said the girl. Benny, what are you talking about? We've been together for a few months, said the other guy. You mean we were together? This relationship is over! The girl slapped the guy and walked away. Kuro Cute had proceeded to shoot an arrow at the male. He then ran after the girl. No, you don't. That's how the way you're going to treat me? Well, I don't think
he's
so.
a C- student.
Yeah, said the guy as he slapped his girlfriend.
Ooh, they wouldn't have gotten away with that on Power Rangers.
Indeed. Ha, laughed Kuro Cupid. I'm in the mood for hate, simply because you're not near me. What? The various arrows he shot brainwashed the victim and enabled them to turn against each other, because they were totally not capable of that beforehand. Instead of the legend where the arrows aren't presented love, the cyber creature's arrows were filled with bias and hate. I imagine that at some point someone's gonna get shot with an arrow and start saying Scanranger sucks. And we're supposed to read it as though they're wrong or some shit.
No, somebody's gonna get shot and go, you know, I really like Panic at the Disco. But nobody likes Panic at the Disco.
You like Panic Disco.
No, you do. Listen to that shit all day, you blast it.
Meanwhile, the battle continued where Vixen and her cyberguards had succeeded in distracting the Scanrangers. The creature has just begun the first phase of our plan. As you see, Kuro Cupid has spread the message of bias and hate. Soon enough, your special love festival will be just a memory. Your friends will eventually begin to riot all over the city. You have a choice, Ranger. Stop us now or save those human lives, said Vixen. Shoot! We have a chance to take them out. We have a chance to take them out now. We must... Don't do it, Red, interrupted Blue. First priority needs to be the students. There's gotta be a way to stop them from fighting each other. Yeah, there is a way. It's called kill the fucking monster.
Yeah, logically.
Fuck. Hurry, Scanranger. The school is in chaos and we're running out of time. Ha 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 ha. Vixen, Andy, and Floyd teleport. So they laugh teleport. Got it.
That's an impressive power.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
I mean... Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Let's see. Not so fast, Scanranger, said Kuroki, but before I continue, I want you to meet your fan club. He gave instructions to the victims to stop fighting. Now, these heroes have caused enough trouble in your school. They are not welcome here. Attack them. Get them out of here.
No, we hate school. Fuck that.
The 6 students then attacked the Rangers as they chanted, "Smash the Rangers! Smash the Rangers!" Green was about to retaliate, but Red Scanner stopped him. No, Green, Blue Scanner's right. Don't attack them. Provoke them even more. Or you guys could just kind of knock them out so they're no threat to you.
They're trying to kill you. No. Oh, you might provoke them.
At the very least, get them away from you. The students then began to beat on them, although they were no match for them.
Wow.
Okay, so you literally just said the students were, like, owning the Rangers, and then you go around and say that the Rangers are kicking their ass. What?
Well, it's just that they can't hurt them because of the suits, but why didn't they just jump onto the roof or something?
I don't know. Suddenly, the team were about to be mobbed by them. "Wait, stop!" cried Pink as she held one of the students. "Stop, no!" For a brief moment, Diamond and Joe hesitated and stopped attacking her. The others continued to grab onto them. "Ranger!" shouted Alex back at her office. Pull back for now. The student body is too strong, apparently."
I just... Hold up. One of the students stopped attacking her. Why?
Because he had a crush on her, remember?
How does he know it's her?
I don't know.
You see?
Okay, this fic is dumb. What do you want from me?
A better fic?
Okay, maybe I could write a better fic, or at least I certainly hope I could, but that's not here.
Shit, I miss Light and Dark.
Light and Dark is the very use of lizard for another man. Anyway, they teleport out of harm's way. How long is that one? Jesus Christ.
It's pretty beefy.
Meanwhile, Dean woke up after being held captive. What happened? What's going on? He stumbled, feeling very weak. Dean saw the cyber creature from the distance back with the CJU student. That monster. From my imagination, I must do something, but I must rest. It'll have to wait until after I've rested. He dragged himself back to his door. So he sees shit's going down, and he goes, "You know, I can take a nap first." Again.
Oh shit, everyone's dying, it's the end of the world! Well, I can wait until after I've taken a nap.
Well, I mean, it's one of the best things you can do, I guess.
You could help.
Later, back at Camp Paramount, in case after classes were... So they waited until classes were done. Good. Didn't want to disrupt the school. And I'm glad nobody in the student faculty noticed that students were rioting, essentially.
I like how they're all spreading out like cancer, because each one of them fires an arrow at the next they see. The entire school is gone.
Yeah.
No news report, nothing.
The worn-out movie task force plan a counterattack in the IMAX briefing. "We have a serious problem on our hands, everyone," said Alex. After the battle where those students attacked you against their will, I've heard a report that some students almost started a riot at the cafeteria. She then activated the video monitor where a news report began. "We have a breaking news report on the CJU campus," began the news center for Anchorwoman. "Scores of students nearly trashed the campus cafeteria soon after the mysterious Scanranger team failed to stop the monster wreaking havoc in the school. Windows and doors have been smashed for no clear motive as of yet. So far, no injuries have been reported, but News Center 4 will update you for further details." "Blast it!" shouted Nick, slamming his fist on the table. "What can we do? My fault that I didn't stop that cyber when I had the chance." "Don't blame yourself, Nick," said Alec. "Vixen had put all of you in a serious position, and with DC's help, you made the right choice. Now we've got to find a way to stop those kids from even much further damage."
Even much further.
Has anyone ever decided to... Wait, said Tony. "Something did happen when I tried to stop one of those possessed students. He stopped fighting after I unintentionally embraced him for just a second. I think the answer is obvious. That Kuro Cupid character was speaking in riddles, talking about spreading the message of hate. How does one combat hate? By killing it.
With firearms.
Oh no, cried all 4 guys. Another no-brainer. Love! The young...
Or weaponry.
Or killing the fucking monster.
Yeah.
The young kids would have gotten the answer even before you thought about it. He-Man used it on one episode. And even I dare say the Smurfs used that as a weapon, said Alex.
The Smurfs didn't have weapons!
Yeah.
And Gargamesh never stopped.
Yeah.
There's like one episode, and only because the dude was way, way, way eviler than he was.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that was a movie special. Why do I remember this?
So how are we to cure all those ride-induced campus people? That's where you come in, Nick. Your hollow clone should be enough to bring them back to their state of mind.
Ew.
I'd love to explain. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. You just had a bad midterm day or something. Wait, what? What?
Nice transition.
What? Are we transitioning?
They just completely jumped straight back into the fight for some reason.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. They just immediately jumped back to jumps to calming people down and shit. What?
I don't know. Eiga hentai scan later.
Ben and Tony teamed up to stop the second couple from attacking another love pair. Scroll down. Wait, don't do this, said Ben. You'll wreck the school. They embraced the couple with a group hug. The girl named Jenny and her boyfriend ceased to wreak more serious damage. What happened? Said Jenny's boyfriend. It's alright, said Tony. You and your partner just had a brief quarrel. Things should be back to normal.
Brief quarrel? They trashed the cafeteria!
It's no big deal. Billy, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Please forgive me, said Jenny. I accept your apology, Billy replied. So Billy is under the impression he didn't do shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's like, yeah, I slapped the fuck out of you and I caused mayhem around the school, but it's not my idea.
She did hit him first.
Tony and Vin nod, saying that their love potion would work. Not far away, Dean saw Tony from a distance. There she is, he said. This may be a great opportunity to talk to her about the dance. As Dean walked on his way to chat with Tony, Vin then put her arm on her shoulder. Dean was under the impression that Vin was her boyfriend. Okay.
Vin doesn't even know where he is. He probably needs help balancing.
Right. Feeling that he didn't want to interfere, he turned back. Actually, Vin was about to let Tony know about the status of Green Scanner's hollow clone. How's things topside, Nick? So far, so good, Tony. I've got a group of my clones about to stop a few more students from crashing the cafeteria. Mickey's giving them a hand, embracing them also. Nick listened on his headphones, noticing the hypothesis had worn off on the CJU students. Wait, oh, hypnosis, not hypothesis. What the fuck am I talking about? Wow.
It wasn't hypnosis. They were physically drugged with deadly arrows.
That said, I could totally see this fic writer writing hypothesis there. You can't blame me for that.
No, I can't. I want to, but I can't.
Kunio signaled to Nick. That's it. Everyone's back to normal. Well, that was fucking fast.
Well, he has holoclones, which are incredibly fucking broken. Good thing we barely use them.
Tony saw Dean from a distance, walking away dejected. That's the guy from my modern dance class. I hope he's okay.
I just wish she'd notice me.
I just wish Sentai would notice me.
I just wish she knew I was alive.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in Nebeltopia, Vixen, Ugg, and Anarchy, aw yeah, witnessed the Scanranger scaring the college students. It can't be, said the warrior woman. My plan was foolproof. How could've they figured out the antidote? You forget, lady, that these people are the future leaders of the world, said he. The humans figured out that even a crazy little thing called love can conquer all. So in other words, our organization is fucked.
Wow. I'm quitting. I'm Anarchy, baby.
Anarchy just like puts on a sun hat and just pulls up some luggage and fucking like leaves.
I'm done here. You don't appreciate me anyway. Anyway, I hate y'all.
I remember a time where I had a little girlfriend until she turned me down because of my views on how the government was corrupt. What
That's
the fuck
pretty
is
extreme.
Key? What is Key's backstory? I honestly want to know.
Wait.
Wow.
Okay, I think I said this ages ago in one of the early chapters. But it was pretty much saying that Anarchy was a corrupted human.
Yeah.
I think I was right.
Like, he is such a much more interesting character than everybody else.
And apparently he used to be good.
And apparently his girlfriend was tiny or some shit. I don't know.
No, I think he's just being, like, general about that.
Quit babbling, you idiot. The fact that those blasted Scanrangers stopped the ongoing riot, but I have to step up to the next phase of my plan. Where that wimpy human male will be celebrating at the school dance later this week. It's not like I could just kill them right now. Fucking...
Nah, that would be too hard.
As he and those humans dance the night away, we shall cause absolute terror to that town. Andy, explain to Key about our operation, the Central Jersey Culling. The Cyber Guard showed Key a history book, which had a section on infamous gangsters of the 1920s. Okay. Key looked at the article and slowly smiled, which turned into a chuckle, then a hearty diabolical laugh. Vixen and Ugg looked over his shoulder, also laughing.
He's gonna turn into Al Capone.
This is your assignment, Carol Gibbon, said Vixen. The message shall be delivered at this place on February 14th. She showed the cyber creature the Valentine's stamp. You'll be rewarded well with your when you succeed in this mission. Does this thing even have an Act 2?
No, but we're close to the halfway point. So, don't just take over soon.
Just tell me when I get there, okay?
Well, we're very close, so... It's the next day. Should I just pick up?
You know, yeah, just pick it. It's a transition. Your turn.
Okay, so... The next day back on campus, Alex approached Tony. Well, did you make a pick just yet? Well, you know what, Professor? I've decided to surprise you. You know, wait until the first dance got started. Tony was unaware that as Vin, Cuneo, BC, and Nick was on their way over to see them. Dean approached the group from around the building. Tony, without looking, was about to point to one of the guys, but inadvertently pointed to... In fact, Tony continued on, I choose you.
And then she throws a Pokeball.
Oh god, that would be horrible. She pointed to Dean, who beat the other four to the punch. The four male Scanrangers was trying to figure out what was going on. Tony, stammered Dean. Hey, I know you. You're that guy in my dance class. Tony then whisked Dean away from Alex and the others.
Wow, she would for it. Okay.
She didn't even know who she was pointing at. Was she gonna go with the sky or something? Maybe a tree?
She takes a tree to prom. I would want to see that.
No, it turns into a fucking Trent. Listen, whispered Tony. I need your help. My instructor was trying to play matchmaker with me for that Valentine's dance tomorrow. And, I don't want to go out with those guys. Bitch.
I mean, would you want to go out with Clone Vin? Or
no, but like, they're her best friends.
Fucking BC.
No, they're her best friends. Don't you think she could have placed that a bit more delicately?
No. Fuck them.
Fuck them all, though. Fuck her.
Yeah.
Dean was very tense and almost couldn't speak. Could you be my date for the dance? Dean was in shock, nervously smiling as he attained his dream date. He then suddenly fainted.
Wow.
Dude must be sick. Tony catches him. I take that as a yes, she continued. Dean nods.
But
I thought he fainted.
I expected something like, I'll take that as a yes, and then she just carries off his unconscious body.
Date rape.
Oh, God.
Disappointed, Professor, said Vin. What do you think? You four aren't out of the woods yet. I still want all of you to go. Make sure that she has a good time. You are seriously killing their entire night for this.
Yep.
Who the fuck cares about Tony?
But there's something about...
She didn't even want to fucking date. There's no reason to put these four on, like, patrol duty.
Yeah.
shit. Just go watch a movie or something. That's all they do.
Right.
Nick sighed. But I wanted to date him. Wow.
Okay.
Character. He whined like he was going through a temper tantrum. I'll probably never get married.
Not at this rate, champ.
There went character.
No, you made the mistake of thinking that this fic has character.
No, I'm saying at that first notion of him wanting something, we almost had character.
Oh.
And then, meow. The night of the dance and the ball on Stephen Hall went into full swing.
There was
Scores
no
of students.
That's a period. Yep.
Yeah, I know. The night of the dance, comma, and the ball on Stephen Hall went in full swing, period. That's why I paused.
Yeah, I wasn't going to transition. What are you talking about?
Scores of students and instructors dressed their best for the semi-formal affair. Dressed their best for the semi-formal. This is dumb. Even our heroes dressed for the part. Vin and Kunio each dressed in a tuxedo, Nick with a brown two-piece suit, and BC with a double-breasted pinstriped suit.
So does it have two giant boobs, or...?
That's not quite what it is, but knowing BC, yeah, let's pretend he has two, giant fake boobs under his shirt.
So now it stands for... You know what? No. But yep, we're going with that.
Tony and Dean entered in, with the ladies stunning the males, including the male rangers with a lovely strapless pink dress. Something similar to the gown Marilyn Monroe wore in the movie Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Dean himself had a regular gray three-piece suit on.
He decided to be boring.
Well, outwardly he appears boring anyway. Whoa, hey, BC, said Vin, stunned at Tony's appearance. How do you say, hello, nurse, in Japanese? BC couldn't answer as he was going gaga over how beautiful Tony looked.
And also because the fic writer doesn't actually know Japanese.
GQ, Earth, calling BC, said Kunio.
Why did... What? Ah!
Hey, don't make me get the silver scanner quote again.
Oh.
Are you there? Are you there? He waved his hand in front of his face. All he could say was, "Tsukushi, beautiful." Quotations are all fucked here. The MC came up to the stage. May I have your attention, please? Welcome to the third annual...
Stand up.
No, he won't. Not here. We're looking at Danger Woman, remember. Welcome to the third annual Valentine's Day dance at CJU. This year, the theme of this dance...
for 3 years?
Well, they've only been celebrating Valentine's Day for 3 years. Maybe it was a militarized institution before this.
Maybe.
The theme of this dance will be dedicated to the Big 80s. It's a privilege to bring everyone together for one special night in the name of love. Vixen, the two cyber guards, and Kuro Cupid watch from the roof. So it's like they're a glass ceiling, or are they looking straight through the concrete?
That's a good question. They have X-ray vision. I'm going with it.
Mayhem.
Yep.
Vixen giggled with glee. Yes, those fools shall enjoy their special night. For them, however, it shall be their last. Floyd, did you take care of security? Yes,
Floyd,
I have.
Did you do your job?
No, Lady Vixen, I fucked up.
And then they explode.
I was watching a movie or some shit.
I was watching Power Rangers.
Yes.
It's a much better show than this.
And then she just blows him up. Never mention that again.
Yep.
Yes, I have, Lady Vixen. In fact, their replacements are about to change shifts right now. The cyber guards had earlier bound and gagged the private security firm who were to oversee the ball for safety reasons. The real guards were locked up or unconscious outside the campus. Good. Take your places, everyone. We're going to crash a party. Oh, yes, in about 5 minutes. Wait for my signal.
We could just bomb them now, but fuck it.
No, we want to crash the party. We need to let it get started first.
We want to be fashionable about our evil.
Damn straight, we want to actually ruin a party, not, undermine it before it starts. Down on the floor, the MC introduced the musical guest. Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with the theme of the dance tonight, I would like to introduce to you our entertainment for the night, Danger Woman.
How did they get her is now my question.
I don't know, she's like a superhero or some shit.
But how did they... Fuck it.
Central Jersey, are you ready to rock the house tonight? Danger Woman shouted. The crowd responded, yeah! And also, who is she?
And then they answered their phone on a Mega Man X LP.
Fuck the Burning Hunter. Are you ready to party like it's Y2K? Yeah! Alright, let's kick it, she said. Danger Woman and her band start off with a rousing version of Janet Jackson's hit, Control. Takeshi and his date entered the room and meet up with the rest of the You got a date, I guess.
Yeah.
And meet up with the rest of the Scanranger crew.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, guys, how's it going? What's up, Takeshi, said Ben. I see that you didn't have a problem with finding that special someone tonight. Nope. In fact, she's also an Asian Studies professor. Dude!
Dating the professor.
Well, no. It's a different professor is the thing.
Yeah, I know.
She's an Asian Studies professor. Professor Lin, these are my friends. Takeshi introduced her to the gang. And not only that, I've got some other friends to introduce you to, too. Guys. Takeshi introduced the boys' dates as they come through the... So those losers did need arranged dates. They couldn't ask anyone.
Nope.
This is Angel, Terry, Lisa, and BC. Oh, and BC. I believe you know this woman, Kimiko.
I would have... You know, that would have actually been funny if he had just been like, Angel, Terry, Lisa, and BC, and then just ended it there.
No, he just dragged BC over to the other side. I see what you've done with your shirt. Good idea.
Now date one of them. That'd be beautiful.
Kimmy-san, said BC. It is so good to see you. You look beautiful. Thank you.
There.
She was a victim in one of the other chapters, right?
I think so.
Thank you, BC. I've been thinking about you since we last met.
And how bland you are.
How unfunny and unpleasant your jokes are. How ill-timed and horrible. Your poor taste in comedy. The way you ruin the Stooges' jokes, even though you repeat them word for word. It's like delivery escapes you and... Oh.
It makes me moist.
You are so awful, it flips around.
God. Christ.
The others began to get better acquainted with their dates. Dean, nervous as he was, got up. Excuse me, Tony, do you want something to drink? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back. Before I do, I need to fix my tie.
I need to go water my cat. Excuse me.
How do you mess up your tie? It's knotted, and then it stays knotted unless you fiddle with it.
And you know, you don't even have an excuse. Like even if it's a clip-on, you don't have an excuse.
Dude, you can't. You don't even need to fix that. It's just like, oh, better press it up a little more.
Pretty much.
Dean went to the men's room to straighten up. However, crashing from the top of the glass...
Okay, so he did explain it, finally.
Later, you know, after the question had come up.
Although then this raises the question, how did nobody just kind of look up and see them?
Why is there a glass roof in the men's room?
Actually, yeah, what the fuck?
Creepy, right?
But, so, wait, oh my god, so he technically didn't explain it, but, oh my god.
No, he did, and he just raised an even worse question.
That
has gotta be illegal, and just think, there's one in the women's room, too.
No privacy allowed in this campus. Fuck.
It's okay, when you look up, you can see people with cameras looking down.
You can see Solid Snake getting ready to plant some C4.
No. Ding! Mission failed. What the? Said DW. Hey. I guess she heard it. She's a superhero, I guess. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, shouted Vixen, I come to give greetings and salutations from the Mayhem Corps. We are here to make your Valentine's dance a very bloody Valentine tonight.
Okay.
Is this part of the show? I don't remember rehearsing for this, said the MC, running for the door.
Okay, that was a
He doesn't
little
even get
funny.
confirmation.
That's a little funny. I'll give him that.
It is, but then you gotta think, well, why was he asking if he was just gonna book it?
Right.
The rest of the partygoers ran out of the room to escape, but was stopped by security. Or was they really security?
But who was phone?
I didn't misread that, people.
Or was they really security?
Andy Roy posed as a security officer. Period.
Yep.
Okay, meanwhile, while the patrons panicked, the 6 Rangers and the villains remained behind. I'm not sure who's saying this, so yeah, fine. Only you can spoil a special night like this in order to achieve your goals for world domination.
Yep. Yep.
Only the blatantly evil villains bent on ruling the world would ruin a Valentine's Day dance.
Fucking nobody in the history of ever has ever done that before.
Arson, murder, and jaywalking.
Yep.
God damn it. This time, Vixen, we're ready for you. Right, guys, said Tony. Right, the 5 male Rangers responded. Tony shouted, let's do this. Lights, camera, action, Scanranger. The movie task force was back in action once again, as was Henshin Eiga Changer. Takeshi transformed into Silver Scanner, complete with duct tape.
Yep.
You can't stop us this time, Scanner Rangers.
They didn't stop you last time!
I don't know. Well, I mean, like, they hugged them all. I've got something in store for all of you. I shot an arrow in the air. Where it will land, I don't know where.
It would have landed by now had you done that.
No, like, I shot an arrow in the air, and I don't know where it's going.
I'm smart.
I don't know what it's doing. Kuro Cupid shot one of his special arrows in front of the 5. It was a smoke arrow with a chemical which altered everyone's minds.
How the fuck?
No filters on the helmets, really?
How the fuck?
Forcing the guys to gag and call. Them was compelled to fight each other. Now, if that were the case, wouldn't they be compelled to fight everything?
I guess.
What's wrong with me, said Yellow. I feel compelled to attack Silver Scan. If you're aware of it and know it's strange, why would you?
I don't know.
This is a horrible plot. It seems that I can't resist either, said Silver. I don't want to fight you, but my limbs say otherwise, so I'm going with it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Green Scanner. I'm making every effort to stop. Can't help myself, said Red.
Meanwhile, Clone Ben just rolls with it.
I don't know what this is, so I assume it's human. Me too, Red Scanner, but I must attack, said Green. No, guys, cried Pink. She stopped her attack on Vixen and attempted to keep the boys fighting each other. Attempted to keep the boys fighting each other.
Wow, Pink, you're kind of an evil bitch.
Pink is an instigator.
Wow. Oh my god. This is beautiful.
Fight it. Fight that cyber creature's control over you. But it was to no avail. Green Scanner attacked Red Scanner with his film blade, while Silver Scanner took on Yellow and Blue with his saber magnum. Please, stop it. Stop, yelled Pink. Resistance is useless. With my hate arrows, those Scanrangers shall pummel each other until they're dead. Ha 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 ha. Kuro Cupid turns to the Pink Scanranger. And now for you. Heh 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 heh. The monster pointed his arrow at Pink Scanner, about to shoot her until, out of nowhere, a wired microphone pounded Kuro Cupid in the jaw before he shot the arrow.
What?
Ow, he cried. Did you forget our guest appearance?
No.
Yeah, it's happening. Who dares? Show yourself. From the top of the stage came a woman with a blue bodysuit and cape. Pink Scanner was surprised and saw someone else coming to her rescue. Okay. Hey, evil monster demon, you leave Pink Scanner alone, shouted the woman. The lady replied...
To herself, I guess.
Yeah, after shouting, leave her alone. I am Danger Woman, the Sentai songbird of justice, which isn't true, she's the karaoke songbird of justice. And the heroic karaoke ally, see? To those in need. On behalf of the zoo-going children of the world... What the fuck? I will right wrongs and punish evil monster demon robots, and
that's
that
Sailor
means
Moon! How do you fuck that up?
How do you, like, combine three things, make it horrible, and randomly mention zoos and children? Like, why zoo-going children of the world?
Also, get this. Apparently, Power Rangers is not okay, but the dub of Sailor Moon, perfect.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a betrayal at all.
And for the record, for those listening, we like okay. So
it's very silly. We just acknowledge that no way in hell is it like the original.
Yeah, it takes some liberties.
Some. But, like, I really gotta zero in on this. On behalf of the zoo-going children, why them specifically?
Not on behalf of the people who got their dance ruined. Fuck them.
Not on behalf of children in general, just zoo-going. If you don't go to the zoo, you're fucked. I don't care if you like animals. Oh, whatever. At the same time, unaware of this ongoing battle, Dean came out of the men's room, somehow oblivious to the shattering glass and screeching of hundreds of people.
And probably the many explosions that have happened during the fight.
He noticed the other Scanrangers battling each other.
You think Dean is deaf?
Yeah. What's
Like
all the commotion? What's all the commotion? He is definitely deaf.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's the Scanrangers, cool. Why are they fighting each other? Dean then saw the cyber creature about to attack Danger Woman while Pink Scanner was down. I may not know these guys, but I've got to help them somehow.
Wow, Dean is more of a ranger than the Rangers are.
Think he'll get a token suit?
Hell no.
But no. We could replace BC.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, and you know it.
I know. Ha! You challenge me? Take this, Cape Girl. Curl Cupid was about to shoot the hate arrow. As it fired, Pink attempted to shield DW. I have been saying Danger Woman, but it's always DW. Ah. She does so, but out of nowhere, Dean jumped in Pink's way, in the middle of her jumping in its way, meaning Dean can see the future.
And also, Dean is really fucking fast.
Yeah, she's in a suit doing that.
Dude, go Dean.
And he takes the arrow meant for DW. Oh no! Dean! Cried Pink, and, well, I mean, I know they're a well-liked band, but...
Except for by Ryan, he really hates Dean.
Apparently. I don't get it. It's weird. A brave, heroic show, human, but a foolish one, said Kuroku Cupid. Where's with this curl bullshit? Now you shall be the one to continue to cause all-consuming chaos. Spread the message to everyone in the city. Oh, but first, kill those interlopers. Vixen stood by and laughed. Yes, oh yes, what a surprise. The same weak-minded human who's responsible for our creature's creation. And now, with his increased hormones at his peak, he shall destroy the Scanrangers with that extra energy. Glorious!
So the Scanranger's weakness is hormone.
Well, no, he's like pumped up on adrenaline or some shit.
So then any normal-ass human could have killed the Scanranger.
Okay. You remember that episode where, like, Justin got bit by an ant and had, like, better powers than the fucking suits?
Yeah.
This is kind of what they're going for. Sorta. Of course it's fucking dumb. It's the Kuro gang. It's mayhem. It's always dumb. And Gangsta's Paradise was lost. Dean fought off the effects of the hate arrow. He struggled on his knees for a few moments, yet somehow he got back on his feet, remembering the command Kuro Cupid gave him. Yes, kill! Kill! He blasted off his energy, but not at Pink Scanner and DW, but right back at the cyber creature. Dean collapsed again. Kuro Cupid was stunned and temporarily out. In the process, the Scanrangers ceased fighting each other. So I'd like to point this out. If you are absolutely pumped full of adrenaline and shot with an arrow, you can fire energy blasts.
Fucking awesome.
Try that shit.
Tell us how it works.
It stopped. I can use my arms freely again, said Silver Scanner. The others were whole and of their own free will. Whole? Hey. Thankfully, the bemusement gives me a moment to clear my throat every few seconds. What? That's impossible! No one can resist the effects of the hate arrow! Cried Vixen. Except for a pure heart, villainous. You should know that anyone with a strong will and an innocent heart can fight off any type of hate bias, said Pink Scanner. What the fuck has Danger Woman done? She, threw a microphone and announced herself.
And stood there. It was like,
she got them shot.
My job here is done.
Vixen ran to the other end of the hall. The male Scanrangers pursued her. Kuro Cupid rose again to take on Pink Scanner and Danger Woman. Okay, she might do something. Try and stop this, little girls, shouted Kuro Cupid. Danger Woman makes her move. Prepare to get another serious headache, Demon Monster Robot. Danger Karaoke Microphone. DW sang her rendition of the 80s hit Axel F from the Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. Fair enough. As Pink joined DW in this routine. The cyber creature, unable to focus or aim because of the music, meaning they were singing awfully, gets disoriented. He's hit Axel F from the We're going Beverly to do Hills the Axel F with a rodeo slide by Rodeo Drive. Fair enough. DW and as Pink joined DW in this routine. In addition, cyber creature unable to focus or dance until the end of the song. Yeah, my mind can't concentrate, cried the audience. And Kuro Cupid. That blasted music is killing me. Before the women continued the attack, Danger Woman stopped for a moment. Wait, I've picked up something from my danger sense. I heard Vixen's sinister plot. The doors are locked and the security has the guest trapped. What's wrong? Asked Pink. That's it! That's what she meant by making a bloody Valentine. That evil woman's about to murder everyone at the dance.
I was under the impression that was pretty apparent. Was that ever not the assumption?
No, when she said bloody, it was like a metaphor. Like in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Listing on their communicators, the 5 Rangers replied, "Don't worry, Danger Woman. We're on it." "Let's go, fellows," said Red. The men raced to the exits. The security was about to shoot the scared partygoers, several minutes too late. "The Scanrangers will not stop us this time," said Vixen. "On my command, ready, aim." Before Vixen gave the command to fire, a laser blast parried Andy's and Floyd's guns out of their hand. Parried?
Parried, motherfucker.
They parried their guns out of their hands with their own lasers.
Yep.
Well, a DVD disc takes out the 2 other guards. Sure. A bow staff smashes 2 others square in the jaw, and a missile hits 1 more, exploding in the guard's face next to the hostages.
Yep.
Well, fuck it. They're film pure. They're fine. Aside from Vixen's cyber guards, the other security men were revealed as kinks posing as gangsters. The Rangers stopped the massacre in time. "No! Blast you, Scanrangers, you've ruined everything," shouted Vixen. "Now you're going to pay!" Oh, God. That's a funny visual. The warrior woman charged at the Rangers, but was stopped by a stray shot in the arm coming out of nowhere. "Who dares?" "Trust me, you don't want to know," said a voice. Vixen looked up and saw a mysterious, long-haired swordsman. "Are you another ally of these accursed Scanrangers?" Friends call me the Phantom Highlander. Is this a Highlander sequel?
Maybe.
The leader of Clan McVal and the sworn protector of Danger Woman, whom you are threatening. I understand that you fancy yourself a great sword fighter, not unlike a certain warrior princess I once knew through my travels in time. I'm guessing Xena.
Probably.
Dude, like, how many crossovers do you need for fucking Valentine's Day?
Right.
Now let's see how good you really are. You talk much to prove a point, stranger, said Vixen. And here's my answer. She shot a blast from her sword. Phantom Highlander somersaults over and kicked her in the chest. With his special mind control powers, he retrieved his sword and dueled with Vixen.
So his sword has a mind with which he can control.
And it must resist him because otherwise it wouldn't have come back. I don't know. I don't believe this, said Yellow Scanner. It feels like we're stuck in the middle of a Sailor Moon episode. Ha! Pink and DW run to join the others. How about a Highlander episode, replied Pink.
Shut the fuck up.
She doesn't even know he's the Phantom Highlander. She wasn't there for it. The duel game came to a close as the Phantom Highlander delivered another kick to Vixen's chest, knocking her aside. I call on the power of the Phantom Saber. Prepare for your quickening, you evil sorceress. Which the dead do not experience.
Indeed.
Phantom Highlander ran to finish off Vixen. Sorry, Swashbuckler, but my schedule is full. Gotta go. Vixen and her cyberguards teleport to escape.
Actually, thinking about it, there wouldn't be a quickening period because Vixen's not an immortal.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Yes, he does.
Well, apparently not. And this isn't Highlander 2, mister.
Might
Oh, wait,
as well
no.
be.
No, wait, it wasn't Highlander 2 that introduced that. It was the one with, like, the blonde cardinal. Is that called?
Wait, are you talking about the quickening?
No, sensing other Highlanders.
Oh, that was... I don't know what introduced that.
Wasn't it, like, Endgame or something?
I don't know. Fucking
Like, the quickening always fucking happened. Yeah, whatever. Darn it, Vixen got away again, said Green Scanner. It's alright, Scanranger, said Phantom Highlander. You'll defeat her as always. Now go, my sweet Danger Woman. You and Pink Scanner can defeat that monster, which they left in the hall, running all the way out here.
Who I guess was just kind of sitting there.
Oh well. Curse you, Scanrangers, cried Kuro Cupid. I shall spread my message yet you're finished. Danger Woman, I need a favor from you, said Pink. Anything. Do you have Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On in your musical?
Wow! Wow.
You already gave him a horrible headache. Why are you doing this? Just kill him. Oh yes, the club version. Why?
Specifically!
You see, I don't carry the other versions with me, just the club version.
All those other versions are fucking stupid. I only carry...
Inferior trash. If you like the other versions, I will kill you.
Oh my god. In fact, every song should have a club version. Isn't that right?
Kuro Cupid stares in bemusement. I need you to distract that monster. We'll defeat him together. The guys gave me the okay, and
I can't be asked to do anything.
And I really want to hear Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. Great, let's do it, as Danger Woman sang the chorus to Celine Dion's greatest music hit. Pink Scanner summoned her music film energy. This time, in keeping with the song, she became one with the romantic movie epic Titanic.
Because the club version is the most romantic version.
Dude, is she gonna sink the entire fic? Please! She called upon a giant-sized tidal wave that surrounded Kuro Cupid, leaving him with nowhere to run.
Wouldn't it have been more accurate to summon an iceberg?
Yeah, and ram him into it, since tidal waves were not even remotely the problem.
Fuck it.
Now, Pink Scanner shouted, Titanic attack! The wave pummeled the cyber... He hasn't seen Titanic!
Yeah.
The wave pummeled the cyber creature, drowning it, directing him on its way to a giant iceberg.
Where did the iceberg come from?
Why'd you need a wave? Why didn't you drop the ship on him?
And actually, why'd you need the iceberg? Because he drowned.
And how did this ship fit in the stadium?
Fuck.
Okay. Kuro Cupid collided headfirst through the iceberg outside of Canal Hall, and landed back on the ground, almost out. The new attack was similar to Sailor Neptune's deadly attack called Deep Submerge.
Which is nothing like that, but okay.
I'd like to note that my face is about as flat as it gets.
Yeah.
The other Scanrangers and Danger Woman head outside near the trees to confront the fallen monster. Alright, said Red. It's the guy's turn to rock. Cam Zuka. The camcorder-shaped cannon targeted the critically wounded cyber creature. Set the focus. Fire. The plasma blast all but disintegrated Kuro Cupid, with a loud cry and electricity crackling around him. Nope, just cracking around him. Okay. He fell to his knees in a large explosion. Excellent job, my Danger Woman. Fantastic finish as well, Scanrangers, said the Phantom Highlander. So long. As the Rangers celebrated their triumph, Danger Woman looked away, seeing the Phantom Highlander disappearing once again. Silver Scanner said, "Who was that masked man?" "Ah, he's so dreamy," she sighed. Back up in Nebeltopia, Vixen and her 2 cyber guards reported back to Black Org. "I cannot explain what happened, my lord," she said, bowing to the sinister leader. "We had the Scanrangers firmly within our grasp. Had it not been for those 2 strange interlopers, the entire city would have been ours." "Silence, Vixen. I did not permit you to make excuses."
You have to ask permission for that?
In Black Org, you do. "The point is that you failed me," shouted Black Org. The warrior woman cringed as the Dark Master pointed his hand directly at her. He aimed at her and zapped a force blast at Andy and Floyd instead, electrifying them. They both cringe on their knees. "But for now, you're dismissed, until I find an appropriate punishment for you." He then disappears. "Curse you, Scanrangers! If I survive, you shall pay dearly for this," said Vixen, clenching her fist. Moments later, back at the dance, which somehow wasn't cancelled, Takeshi tended to the fallen Dean. He slowly wakes up from unconsciousness, even though he should be dead given that adrenaline bullshit that went off of him.
And also the fact that, well, wait. So Dean's unconscious body was in the room the whole time. Why wasn't he drowned by the tidal wave?
Well, Dean has like so much adrenaline, he doesn't even need to breathe.
Jesus Christ.
What the heck happened? And Tony and the others went to him. "Oh, hey, Tony, you alright? What happened here? I had some weird dream where I rescued the scanner." "You fucking prick."
Wow.
"And for a moment, Pink Scanner sounded just like you. I really must be out of it. That must have really been some dream. Are you alright?"
Okay, he's gonna figure out that the ship went down eventually. There's no way nobody in the school is gonna be like, our dance got attacked, whatever, fuck it, who cares?
The school has security cameras.
Like, fucking... Go on.
Dean got back on his feet without a scratch from the arrow. "Yeah, so you still want something to drink?" Danger Woman and the rest of the band play a rocking club version of the Gatchaman song by special request. From who? In the back.
So they are all club songs. So if I were to say, you know, sing "Don't Stop Believing" by Queen, they would be like, the club version, gotcha. Fucking...
Hey, do you like Okay,
okay, that's Journey, I fucked up with that.
That's fine. Do you have the orchestral version of "Don't Stop Me Now"? You know, the one from
only the club version!
She fucking attacks the guy. Yeah, but I'm not thirsty. Let's get out with the guys and cut a rug, said Tony. The no rugs in the gymnasium. And one more thing, Dean. Thank you. She then landed a soft kiss on the cheek. on her own, I guess.
Yep. She has some really curvy lips. Let me tell you.
What was that for? Question.
He got over his crush on her very quickly.
For being yourself, she replied. And for also saving my life, Tony said to herself. Meanwhile, the rest of the team danced the night away with their dates. Then, with his date Angel, gave a secret thumbs up to Danger Woman and the band, thanking her for the assist during the battle. Thanks, Sentai Songbird, he said to himself. I'm sure we'll hook up again pretty soon. You can count on me.
I fucking doubt it.
Oh, Vin, I hate you now. Oh, no.
I'll read this next section. Okay.
To be continued. Let me just do the closing out when they hit the film, roll the film thing. You can do the rest.
And now a Scanranger Valentine interlude. Vin, that was some party. I didn't know you had the moves to get down like that, Dean. Dean, I learned from the best. My most excellent classmate, Tony.
He learned to dance like a girl.
he also talks like a surfer, apparently. I tell you, there's something about her that brings the best in someone. It was nice meeting the rest of you. And thanks. Dean leaves as the rest of the Scanrangers look over a scattered pile of Valentines back at Vin's dorm room. They all sort them out through each person. Nick. So what you've got there, Vin man? Okay. What special someone has been nice to you? Vin opens his card. I got one from Tira. How did she know who I am? Surprised look on his face. Well, I got a Valentine also from Hal, and one from Tanya, and one from Angela, and from Amy Jo Johnson?
No, just Amy Jo.
And Catherine. Even one from Irene, my girl, she still loves me. What about you, Tony? Tony, give me a sec. Also, up the envelope the card was in. My gosh, I got one from Enrique, and one from Freddie Jr., and Jude, and Leo. Leo, how dare you!
Wow, maybe that computer trouble was just a cover.
Wow, Leo, we are very disappointed in you.
He knew this was coming, man. But seriously, Tony is your choice? Low bar.
Nick, just a second. You didn't get a Valentine from Leo. Tony, with a shocked look on her face. I didn't? Didn't Leo send me a Valentine this year? Tony whimpers. Leo doesn't love me anymore.
He set us up for that bastard.
Oh well. Wow, you got over it quick. Wow.
Oh shit, keep reading, you'll love this.
Oh well. And Tyrese and Tetsuo. Tetsuo!
Kaneda!
And Jet and BC. You think you've got someone special? Well, let me show you something. Imitating Jim Carrey's Fire Marshallville. I'm not even gonna try. I got one from Christy and from...
Fuck this guy.
Oh my gosh, Sayuri. She still thinks of me, sighs. And Yoki and Seiko. There are a lot of Japanese people in your American college.
Yeah. Fuck BC, though. He'd screw that up so badly. And I bet he didn't even grievously hurt himself either.
Probably not.
Sheesh.
Nick interrupts. Here's my girlfriends. In no particular order, mind you. I got one from Rachel, one from Brittany, one from Brandy, one from Heather, and
I'd
Kunio.
like to think Brandy is just the fucking bottle he drinks.
Right. Kunio. What's that one with the tiger stripe design, Nikki? Nick, I don't know. Let's check it out. Opens the Valentine and reads it. Me, mine, green scanner, you wild thing. You make my heart sing. I want to engage in a winner-takes-all match. No holds barred. Tiger growl. Growl. Hugs and kisses Denise. Nick's mouth dropped like a cartoon.
Who the fuck is Denise?
You know, first of all, yes, that. Second of all, that Valentine was more like a threat. Like, I found out your green scanner and I want to beat the shit out of you.
She is... Google is saying she only shows up in Chapter 17. In Chapter 36, apparently there's Denise Richards.
Whatever.
So, well, hold on. I think he was hit on by Denise Richards, apparently.
Okay.
That's... That's really weird.
Yeah. Ben. And last but definitely not least, Mikey, show us the Valentine. Kunio sighs. The usual, one from Seiko, oh, even one from me and Kay. They still love me. Imitates Jeff Atman from the lamented favorite Pink Lady and Jeff. Yeah. Okay, so you have... That raises a lot of implications. I'm not even gonna go into it. Tony, what's the box there? It's like a video. Nick, smiling in a sinister fashion. Oh no. Oh, let's check it out. What do you think is in the tape? Probably, tape. So you can watch the video. That would be my guess. Kunio, baka, idiot. This is a kid's show. The one who created us would not even permit it.
Except murder!
We've got scrumples too,
Scruples.
Kunio loads in the tape, and the Rangers watch, to their shock, a woman serenading to Kunio. In the tune of Happy Birthday. Happy Valentine's Day, Kunio. Kun, you're the only one who makes me swoon. You're a man who's perfectly keen and okay. Come back to Japan and let's play. How did you send that all the way from Japan?
A lot of money, and very carefully.
Tamlin.
You're a man who peachy keen.
Yep. Nick, I hope we're talking about video games. For once, PC smacks Nick in the back of the head. What?
Wow, that's still not funny.
Yeah. BC, she was talking PlayStation video games, genius. Shows Nick a pair of Dragon Ball Z PlayStation cassettes.
Cassettes?
Cassettes!
What the fuck?
BC is now Ryan. It's official.
I got this rare, DBZ PlayStation cassette. It doesn't actually run on anything, but it has the PlayStation logo. And Goku's on the cover.
Wow. Nick, embarrassed. My bad. Kunio still in a trance state. So Kunio's still in a trance state, and then Ben starts talking. I think that's the best Valentine's Day card yet. What do you think, Mikey? Kunio smiles, then falls faint.
Oh, DBZ.
All at the same time. Well, fellow Sentai fans, happy Valentine's Day. See you next episode. The gang then performs a sign-off impression of the dating game, throwing out a goodbye kiss to the audience.
Dude, that section was fucking awful.
Your turn.
I know, but just a moment for that section. Shit, man.
Yeah.
In our next Scanranger adventure, the gang is on vacation in sunny Hawaii. No more schoolwork, no more books, no more professor's dirty looks for a week.
Wow.
They take a break from the mayhem madness, but the bad guys have devious plans for the sun-soaked students. Can the Scanranger stop their sinister plot? Next time on Movie Task Force Scanranger episode 18. Hit the beach, the Super Sentai Spring Break. Roll that film.
So what'd you think of the chapter overall?
It sucked.
Yeah, it sucked.
Who the fuck is Danger Woman, really? Why Sailor Moon?
I've never read or seen or whatever anything of Danger Woman, but I'm almost positive this fic misrepresented her and her sidekick, and that a lot of fans are probably pissed.
Dude, Danger Woman's not even a comic.
Really?
I'm serious.
Really?
I am dead serious.
Then what is she?
It's like a live-action superhero thing. It was a 1946 film as well.
Well, then I'm sure fans of the 1946 film are really pissed.
No, here's the thing. I'm pretty damn sure the 1946 film is not the same Danger Woman. Listen to the synopsis, right?
Okay.
An atomic scientist who was one of the brains behind the A-bomb is now working in private life trying to adapt atomic power for business purposes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah. So it's this live-action Danger Woman chick. And apparently there's also a Danger Woman that's disabled but able to rock. The Danger Woman documentary.
Well, then any fans of those, I'm sure, are very offended. So, but yeah, this chapter was stupid, and it seemed longer than the other ones, too. And Dean totally deserves to be a ranger over, all the other people in the cast, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he at least had the balls to step up and get shot.
Dean's a pretty cool guy. He should have been 6th Ranger instead of fucking Takeshi in his asshole.
Nah, everybody thinks he's, lame and reserved, though.
God.
He can't save you here.
No, he can't. So what did you guys in the audience think of this chapter? Starman, Ryan? What did y'all think?
Why did you make us watch this?
Well, we're not done yet. We have another chapter to do tonight.
Oh, good God. I need a short break then.
We'll go to break soon. By the way, we're going to make Ryan release half of it.
Okay, because my throat hurts.
That's fine.
I spent a week not talking.
Yeah, I know. Starman says worst chapter yet. I don't know if I would go that far.
It's not the worst, but it's really fucking bad, so I will accept that.
I'm just surprised Leo was in this chapter.
I'm glad he fucking told them. He got us with that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, shit. Bait and switch.
Surprising. All things considered.
You're gonna have to egg his house for that.
And apparently Starman